It is really important to understand the concept of how a battery works, and that's just because if you really pay attention between our two diagrams, something just doesn't quite seem right. So over here in our electrical circuit, we showed that I was also the electrons that are actually flowing within this circuit, and that I was actually shown from flowing from the positive side of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery. And over here, where we said how a battery actually works, is that electrons are actually being built up on the negative terminal of the battery. And whenever this battery is hooked up to an electrical circuit, so let's say it's hooked up to a resistor, then that means that electrons will actually flow from the negative side of the battery to the positive side of the battery. And to be quite honest, this is true for both. Let me explain. So this type of current is called electron current, and that is because it shows the actual direction that electrons will flow in an electrical circuit. Electrons will always flow from the negative side of the source to the positive side of the source. And over here, conventional current is something that you will see in every textbook. So every schematic, every problem that you will ever see will show you current direction as conventional current. So going the opposite direction. It is really important to understand the difference between these two types of current, just because they are both still used today. So if you really want to blame somebody for the headache that you're having from trying to understand the difference between these two currents, blame the person on your $100 bill. So Benjamin Franklin, whenever he was first experimenting with electricity, he is the one that first came up with conventional current. He thought that it was the positive charges that were actually creating the electricity, and later on somebody came along and disproved him and realized that it was the negative charges that were actually creating the electricity. But because this form or this convention was already being standardized, it was kept. But just so you always should remember that no matter what, in any engineering class that you're thrown in, you're always going to be shown conventional current, but always remember that actual current, electron current, is actually flowing from negative to positive.